What if a ragtag bunch of farmers, merchants, and idealists stared down the world's mightiest empire, sparked a war over tea and taxes, and birthed a nation that would redefine freedom? This is the American Revolution, the underdog uprising that turned 13 colonies into the United States. In just minutes, let's charge through the powder keg of causes, the blood-soaked battles, and the world-shaking aftermath that still echoes today. Flashback to 1763. Britain wins the French and Indian War, but it's broke. The colonies, thriving but now footing the bill. Parliament slaps on the Sugar Act, then the Stamp Act in 1765. Taxes on everything from newspapers to playing cards. Colonists howl, no taxation without representation. They boycott British goods, form Sons of Liberty groups, and in Boston, a mob dumps 342 chests of tea into the harbour in 1773. Britain slams back with the intolerable acts, closing ports and quartering troops. The colonies unite. First Continental Congress meets in 1774, pleading loyalty but demanding rights. Then, boom! April 19, 1775. British troops march to seize arms in Concord. At Lexington, Minutemen clash. The shot heard round the world, 8 Americans dead. Paul Revere's midnight ride warns, the British are coming. Concord holds, redcoats retreat under fire. War erupts. Second Continental Congress appoints George Washington commander of the Continental Army, a ragtag force of volunteers facing 50,000 British pros. 1776, ideas ignite. Thomas Paine's Common Sense sells 100,000 copies, blasting monarchy. July 4th, Jefferson's Declaration of Independence proclaims all men are created equal, listing grievances against King George III. But victory? Far off. New York falls. Washington crosses the icy Delaware on Christmas, surprises Hessians at Trenton, then wins Princeton. Morale surges. Turning point, Saratoga, 1777. American General Horatio Gates traps British General Burgoyne. 6,000 redcoats surrender. France smells opportunity, allies with America in 1778, sending ships, troops, and cash. Spain and Holland join the fray. The South becomes a brutal theatre. British take Charleston in 1780, but guerrilla fighters like Francis Marion, the Swamp Fox, bleed them dry. Benedict Arnold's betrayal shocks, but Washington endures brutal winters at Valley Forge. Climax, Yorktown, 1781. Washington and French Admiral de Grasse trap Cornwallis on a Virginia peninsula. Cannons pound, 8,000 British surrender. Europe gasps. Peace talks drag. Treaty of Paris in 1783 recognizes U.S. independence, borders to the Mississippi. Britain keeps Canada. Loyalists flee north. The toll, 25,000 American dead from battle and disease. Britain loses an empire. But the revolution inspires France's own in 1789, spreads Enlightenment ideals of liberty, equality, republicanism. Weak articles of confederation follow, leading to the Constitution in 1787, a blueprint for modern democracy. Slavery's hypocrisy lingers, women's roles unchanged, native lands seized. Yet from colonial gripes to global beacon, the American Revolution proves ordinary people can topple kings and forge destinies. Mind blown by this rebel saga? Hit like, subscribe for more history lightning rounds, and comment, would you have signed the Declaration knowing the noose awaited traitors? Your thoughts keep the revolution alive.